paid off in the next 2 weeks. The program has employed over 32,000 people since June last year, with the numbers expected to increase to 500,000 over the coming months. This after the Labour and Employment Department launched its Labour Activation Program funded by the UIF in Gauteng over the weekend. Gloria Mutsweri, Eyewitness News.
A partly cloudy day in store for Gauteng tomorrow. Joburg drops to overnight lows of 9 degrees, peaking at 22. Pretoria 10 and 25, and Vereniging 9 and 23. Noluthando Geno, Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News on 947. For more, click ewn.co.za.
947.
#MSW. You may begin to feel anxious or excited. Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored. High-dosage administration can cause adverse reactions. And most importantly, independent in mind and execution. This is a normal response. Are you ready? Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Congratulations to my team, Orlando Pirates, for the massive win against Golden Arrows. I think my reaction Monday, again, Rob, is our defense. Whenever we play good football, but at the end of the day, we are going to concede a goal.
Your team has won 7-1, and you're complaining. You say, hey, the defense was not great. The defense was not great. They should do something about the defense. Hey, 7-1. I just thought, incredible scoreline. Steve Khompela's analysis.
Sizovota phela manje ayikho into abangayenzi bayenza yonke into bavala imigodi bafaka amalight ngena bayakuflashela urathi ubheke lokho ikontiri basifaka lokhu ingam lasigcwele ikasi zenza yile nto amapipe alungisa amapipe kubize lokushini siyavota phela next month.
A true gentleman of the track, Kani Simbini. Let me go to Lushaga from Pretoria.
No, honestly, I think besides whatever that is happening in the sport, I'm just here to just like really give you your flowers for really being that guy in track and field for South Africa. I mean, you are the true definition of consistency and perseverance.
Wait for the response, though, because you've made this man blush a bit.
We've had ups, we've had downs, you know, and you still stuck by me. So for me, it's a big thank you and a great appreciation, you know, everybody that supports me, everybody that backs me, and everybody that gives me my flowers.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
Knew that coming into this game we needed to score. We also knew that we needed to score as early as possible because the longer the game went on, the more desperate we become. We didn't start well. We changed the formation slightly because we needed to score and went with 3 up front. They got a chance very early on and I think that was the only chance they got in the half, but we didn't go forward as much as we wanted to in the first half. Made a couple of changes in the second half and threw the kitchen sink at them. Unfortunately, that elusive goal didn't go in and for that we're very, very disappointed. We also know that the fans are disappointed, but I think we can be very proud of this team. I think we gave it our best shot and threw the kitchen sink at them. They were very resolute in that, and we just couldn't get that one goal. But sometimes our ball in the final third didn't find the player in the right position, and through that we tried to change things a bit, tried to go 3 at the back and push up. We tried everything that we could, and unfortunately, you know, that goal wouldn't come. And the longer the game went on, the shorter the time got, of course, in trying to do things. And the goalkeeper was magnificent today. I think she stood between us and getting the victory. And that elusive goal just didn't come. And so for that, we're really, really disappointed. It's difficult to explain because the expectations that not just we have on ourselves, but that the rest of the country has on us, we felt we disappointed everybody. We felt that today, if we had scored 1 goal, we might have scored a second, we might have scored a third. because we were the team in the ascendancy, and we knew that they were going to play that long ball because they did that very effectively in the first game, and I thought we handled that really well. We needed to put our foot on the ball a lot more, but I don't think you can explain disappointment. It's very difficult to explain, but you hurt so badly inside that you almost don't know what to say.
Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
Desiree Ellis, they're the coach of Banyana Banyana, battling to hold back the tears. Talking about the profound disappointment of having failed to lead Banyana to this year's Olympic Games in France. Those games happening in 107 days from now. Banyana held to that one. Yeah, I mean, they held on. It wasn't to be. The goals weren't happening. They weren't happening for Nigeria. They held on some more. They needed the goal, though. It didn't happen. They needed to score another one if they had equalized, but that didn't happen as well. So it was 0-0 at the end. Drawing against the Super Falcons of Nigeria at Loftus. So they lose now the final stage qualifier by 0-0 on aggregate, failing to qualify for the Olympic Games, though, for the second time in succession. I don't know what that means. Maybe you do. You can always let me know your thoughts.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Mr. Marawa, can you please help us to understand if Mamelodi Sundowns will relax its loan policy against Pretoria University on Friday in the Nedbank Cup? If not, Mr. Marawa, don't you think that it will be too harsh on the side of Mamelodi Sundowns not to relax its loan policy against a second division club? And more to that, Tavan Svanyon is the key player for Pretoria University, meaning that if Sundowns cannot relax that loan policy, then it would mean that we will be paralyzing that team before we play. Thanks, David in Parkwood.
David in Parkwood, the loan policy and the Nedbank Cup and the weekend. Hey, guess what, man? My guest is going to be talking to us a little bit more about the Nedbank Cup. He's one of the ambassadors of the Nedbank Cup. He'll tell me, officially if he is and what his role is. I know that he is, but I want him to confirm. I want him to confirm so many other things as well on the show. It's his first time popping around here, and I'm so happy, and I'm sure you're going to be happy as well when I tell you who he is. And I guess, even if you ask Peter Drury, he'll tell you one of the greatest goals that he's seen in his commentary years. One of the most talked about goals in World Cup history. And when you go back to the 2010 FIFA World Cup showpiece, it will forever be synonymous with this hair-rising strike. And I say that deliberately. The first goal scored at the World Cup, hosted on African soil, belonged to this gentleman. And scoring that opening goal of the 2010 FIFA World Cup finals changed so many things. I think his football had already changed so many things in his life, but just that goal on an international platform, on a world platform, changed so many things. I mean, he ran onto that pinpoint pass from, Kagiso Dekhatshwe. Took one touch before firing. Unstoppable. I mean, we were sitting somewhere behind that goalpost. It almost felt like that ball penetrated through the net and almost came to us. We were sitting right up there at the grandstand. And I was about to catch it. Couldn't. The net did the job. Beat the goalkeeper. I was happy with that. FNB Stadium erupted, man. Maybe you'll remind me where you were. But I suppose when you look at his names, kind of loosely translates to we are gifted and man. And what a talent that we are blessed with here. Back to Siphiwe. An illustrious football career. So many highs, so many lows. The stuff that dreams are made of. He's our special guest. I'm glad that Siphiwe Tshabalala is here. He's made it. He's here with the trophy. I don't know if he's won this trophy before. I'm sure he has. Former Kaizer Chiefs as well as Bafana midfielder. Baba, good to see you, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Finally, I'm glad you signed the word finally, not me. I was going to keep away from that. What's been keeping you occupied, though? Because I see you. You are visible. You are busy. What's keeping you occupied?
Yeah. Once again, thanks for the opportunity, Rob. And let me also take this opportunity and greet all the listeners. Yeah, I've been very busy.
Yeah.
But good busy. I've been enjoying each and every moment. Spending time with family, raising kids. So that's my other job as well.
How many kids?
School drop-offs, school pickups.
Nice.
I've got 2 kids, and also working with brands, doing some work with brands. That's my job. So that's what's been keeping me busy.
If you didn't have a successful career, those brands would want nothing to do with you.
Definitely. If I did not invest on the brand Siphiwe Tshabalala back then I would have encountered so many problems. So it's an investment that I did in the beginning of the career.
Yeah. And how did you know, if you say you did it in the beginning of the career, I kind of go back to, I think you were 20 years old when you started professionally playing football. And you had embarked on a trip to Free State Stars, then one of the top teams here in South Africa. Did you know then that you were destined for the kind of spotlight, limelight, fame, success that you currently enjoyed?
Honestly, yes. I've always dreamt big, and even at school, there were those moments where a teacher would ask you, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I was very specific. I would say I wanted to be the best footballer. I wanted to play for Kaizer Chiefs, to play for Bafana Bafana, and to play abroad. And it was a dream. I mean, you don't have to limit yourself. It's free to dream.
Yes.
So I used to dream a lot. I used to visualize a lot, such that when I tell my friends, then they'll think, no, that one is too big for you. Come down, But in my mind, in my head, I would see things and I would work hard to achieve those goals. And the beauty about dreaming and believing in yourself, even if a dream is a bit far-fetched, but once you achieve your goal, be it your first goal, then you can see that anything that you want, it can be achieved. So you have to go for that one goal, and then after that, then it's goals after goals, short term, mid term, long term, and then you keep going. You keep going. So when I went to Free State Stars, it was a big step.
Yeah,
coming from Alex United, earning 200 rands. Nice. 2004, nice paycheck.
That's
so
crazy.
I kept on, climbing. But yeah, it was worth it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, though. There was a stage when you say you wanted that success from the beginning. So there was a stage in your life, in your journey, humble beginnings, because you've always described it. You said you were not rich, neither were you poor. You were somewhere in between. But you didn't understand the concept where your mom and dad were not able to afford certain things that you had wanted at that time. Did that ignite something within you to say, you need to do better because you wanted those things?
Yeah, I mean, as a child, you wish to have everything, and also you don't understand when a parent says no, when you ask for something. Because in your mind, this person wakes up in the morning, they go to work, they come back, they get paid. So why can't they give me? That's without any understanding the situation and other things that they need to do with the money. And also comparison with your friends. Like, oh, my friend has the latest Nike sneakers and I don't. I also want them. But you end up understanding that you are not on the same level.
Yeah.
And what I'm grateful till this day is that even though my parents did not have much, they gave me 3 things that I think every parent should give to their child, which is time, love, and support. That's what they gave me the most, and they saw that my passion for football. They saw how I love playing football, and their support started playing when I was still started showing when I was still playing for Piri Arsenal in Piri. 12 o'clock kickoff or 2 o'clock kickoff, and my dad would make sure that when it's time for kickoff, he'll be there. So I already knew back then that when it's 2 o'clock or whatever, 1 o'clock, if he's not there, I become a bit uncomfortable. But once I see a high ace taxi pulling in, I know Babukon and Mom, and definitely outscore.
Wow. So that was the inspiration. And again, to put the context there, people are wondering why you're talking about a whole kombi. Is again describing the humble background that you come from, because, Dad was a taxi driver at the time, up until he got hijacked, and then he stopped. Your mom remained unemployed for a while, and then she got a job at a jewelry. And her job at the jewelry shop was literally to polish the diamonds, make them look good, and then put them out on the display window. So I don't know if I'm describing the background well enough.
Spot on.
Because
I'm even surprised now.
Why are you surprised? Yeah?
That you know so much.
No, hey, jeez, could write your autobiography, my friend.
but the upbringing was great. The family environment was great. Growing up at my grandparents' house, my dad's side, and there were outside rooms, so I was occupying that room with my parents. So the upbringing was great, and rightfully so when you say that Mom had to stop working because of like a health condition.
Sure.
So she had to stop for the longest time. And then my dad kept on working, but after that, hijacking incident, then he stopped. He had to look for a job elsewhere. But we were okay. Not even a single day I went to bed on an empty stomach. It was by choice. Maybe if I was, I was on the wrong side, and then I would get punished. But other than that, it was great growing up.
Great growing up, great listening, great watching as well. So if you are tuned in or you haven't yet, you can go on the YouTube channel. This is live, and I see a lot of comments already live on the YouTube channel saying, hey, can't wait, Shaba's our legend. And that's from Unati, bless him, Yeni. Also, Mystic Man says, hey, hard luck to Banyana, better luck next time. Sunny also says, hey, Rob, you know what? Siphiwe, what a humble guy. He was in Namibia for our late president, for the late president's cup. I met him at the airport, gave his medal to my son, and he gave his medal to my son. You remember that?
Yeah.
You gave away a medal. So that's Sunny, my Herero, who's listening, probably watching, probably is Namibian and is watching from Namibia. Says, he says our president, sadly passed away, and may his soul rest in peace. But you gave your medal to the son, and he's there to acknowledge it. He says the boy was so, he didn't even sleep. He was so excited to have had the medal. So that's the kind of joy this man brings. And we're going to find out so much more about him, his journey. We'll talk about the Nedbank Cup and so much more. And maybe, in fact, because I don't know, and maybe that's why it's been running away from me, I don't know if this guy's retired. I don't know if he's still playing active football. I don't know if he has told the world that, you know what, officially, goodbye.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
This is the sound of Tebogo's heartbeat when we asked him if his wife and children would be taken care of when he's gone. This is the sound of Tebogo's heartbeat when we told him that he can get life insurance in less than 5 minutes on the FNB app, get up to 40% back in e-bucks monthly, and he could win 1 million rand for switching his life insurance to FNB. Switch to FNB. That's help in one. eBucks is an embedded benefit. TCs and own rules apply. FNB, a division of First Rand Bank Limited. First Rand Life Assurance Limited, a licensed life insurer.
Watch South Africa's newest cooking game show, Ready, Steady, Cook, in association with Mr. D. Mondays to Fridays at 7 p.m. Host, chef, and funny man Mushendiki sets the table as two home cooks take over the Red Tomatoes and Green Peppers kitchens and whip up a meal in 20 minutes flat. It's a recipe for laughter. Catch Ready, Steady, Cook in association with Mr. D. Mondays to Fridays on S3 at 7 p.m. TV so good you can smell and taste it.
Man, where'd you get that shiner? I was on my boxing bag punching away when I heard my wife calling. I looked back for a second and that bag came straight back and hit me hard. KO! Flat on the floor. Just a black eye though, and a bruised ego.
Yo, a sucker punch.
Hey, come on.
Life is unpredictable. Get medical aid you can trust with BestMed Medical Scheme. Visit bestmed.co.za. Personally yours. BestMed Medical Scheme is an authorized FSP.
What would you do if Astron Energy matched your payday? Grab a new generator for Ukoko. Help pay off your kids' school fees. Finally go on that dream family holiday. Or put a deposit down for your wedding. All you need to do is fill up with Cortec for 500 Rand or more at any Astron Energy forecourt and you can stand a chance to match your payday each week until the 5th of May 2024. Astron Energy Rewards members get an extra 5,000 Rand bonus if they win. T's and C's apply.
How much does it cost to stay cool? Not wearing sunglasses at night cool or causing people to turn their heads cool. I'm talking staying comfortable in Mzansi Heat Cool, Alliance Air Conditioner Cool. The answer is R1.97 per hour. R1.97. That's a super cool way to save on energy bills with a 5-year warranty standard on every Alliance air conditioner. Think cool. Think R1.97. Think Alliance. AllianceAfrica.co.za has more.
Hobby is a great new way to buy or sell your car. Hobby will make your day. Ain't no other way. Come to us, so we'll come to you. Our team's colors are yellow and black. Quick, efficient, fair, that's where we at. Whatever you want, whatever you need, we've got the car for you. Hobby, soon we'll be number one.
Buy or sell your car today. Visit cubbycars.co.za.
Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
Good evening, Mr. Rob. It's Olifelang here, and good evening to the MSW shoulders. And good evening to Siphiwe Tshabalala. Oh, what a player. What comes to mind when you speak about Siphiwe Tshabalala? 11th of June 2010. South Africa versus Mexico. 55th minute, he scored a goal so beautiful. The late Pele, Edson Yarantes do Nascimento, says, and I quote, "It is one of the most beautiful goals in the world," in his words. Oh man, Siphiwe Tshabalala, first of all, thank you for that memory. That alone just makes me respect you even more, despite the fact that you've achieved whatever it is that you've achieved, playing for Kaizer Chiefs, getting the accolades that you have gotten, and congratulations on once again an illustrious career. Question number one, if a Kaizer Chiefs were to approach you and say, listen, we have a dire situation, we need you to be within the coaching ranks of our club, would you accept the job? Yes or no, and why? That's number one. And number two, speaking of coaching, are you somewhat, furthering your coaching badges? Are you interested in coaching? Are you interested in any other position in football post-retirement? Because we haven't seen you in the footballing picture for quite some time, ever since you've announced your retirement. So are you considering coaching? Are you considering any other position in football, just to, give back to the sport that made you what you are known to be for all these years? That is what I want to find out. Great show as always. Thanks.
Olifelang, thank you so much indeed. You were listening very carefully there. I mean, you moved from Pele's great tribute to your great goal. I'll chat to you about that goal later on. But he asked a very important question about coaching badges. He says, let me get the yes or no out of the way. If Kaizer Chiefs at Nigerina give you a call, say, Shaba, please come and help us in whatever capacity as a coach, would you say yes or no?
I would hit the call. I love Kaizer Chiefs, and I've had my best football at Kaizer Chiefs. I was well looked after at Kaizer Chiefs, and I enjoy each and every minute. I had like the best 12 years of my life playing for the club. And as for being the coach, it's not my passion to be a coach. However, I do feel that there's a role that I can play and that can contribute to the success of the club. And I'm of the view that, if I were to be the coach, then I have to get the badges. I have to be backed by the paper as well. It's something that I intend to do just to get, the in-depth knowledge and the understanding, because I work closely on the foundation phase, development, grassroots football, run a successful tournament there. So the last year's edition, I took 6 amateur coaches, to get the badges as well, so that they can impart, the knowledge at that level, which I feel that it's very critical. That's the foundation phase, and most of us are product of grassroots football. So I would do that for those reasons. Yeah.
I said when I posted earlier that you were part of the last group of Kaizer Chiefs players to have won trophies, to have lifted silverware. It was kind of your generation. 10 years down the line, nothing. It's disappeared. And I suppose part of coaching and part of accepting the call, as you call it, is being honest. So when you look at this beloved Chiefs where you spent the 12 years, as you say, and people every day, they ask me here, they ask the listeners, they ask anybody, Utai man, what's going on at Kaizer Chiefs? What answer would Shaba give?
It's very painful, Rob. I mean, the last time I wore the Chiefs jersey was 2018. But I still feel the pain. When the team suffers, I also suffer. I get stopped all the time. Even on my way here, I was stopped. I was asked about Chiefs. 3 days ago, I was traveling to Polokwane. I left the house at 5 a.m. 6:30, I think 6:30, 6:45, I stopped at the toll gate. First question, I'm like, I'm just like you. I don't know what's happening, but I'm hurting as well. It's not nice. It's not good for the image of the club. It's not good for our football. I mean, a team of Chiefs caliber shouldn't struggle. A team that has a rich history should not struggle. Just on winning or not on winning, by virtue of association with the successful club. People suffer. The fans suffer a lot. Some, they suffer financially, some emotionally. So it's too much. And I just hope that, something is done to turn the fortunes around. But
if it was
really
you,
painful.
let's say I'm Kaizer Mdong Senior, and I say, Shaba, I need your help. You are part of the success and the growth and the brand growth and the support growth of this club. I want you to tell me honestly, you've been an independent observer now, post you leaving the team. What does Shaba tell me? So I'm Kaizer Senior. What do you tell me? What do I need to do?
I think, Rob, as an independent observer, you can only say much because you only see much, right? But from someone who's been there, someone who knows the team, I can speak from that position to say that players, they also need to know why they are there. They must not be familiar with the environment. I think that's the most critical thing, to not be familiar with the environment. Don't get used to that place. It's a beautiful place. It's beautiful. Everything there, the standard, everything it's the best. It even matches the top teams in Europe. So don't get familiar with the environment. If you get familiar, you get complacent, and after that it's mediocre. After that, you gone, right? And what I see is that players don't enjoy. They don't enjoy, playing football. They don't know, the veil of playing for Kaizer Chiefs, and I think the cry from the fans is, yes, you can lose games, but the manner in which you lose games, leave everything on the field. Then we can say the boys tried. They gave their all. I think that's what is required. Give your best, work hard, and leave everything on the field, and the results will come. But it's an issue, I think, that needs a helicopter view.
Yes.
So holistically, the management, all the structures, they need to review certain things and also check, how best can they move the team forward, including the fans, the important stakeholders as well. So it's not just management. I think collectively a lot can be done, a lot can be reviewed.
But honesty as well is needed. In such situations, people like to be very protective. And when you tell them the truth, and the truth hurts, and it maybe deals with you individually or collectively as a family, it might hurt. But the thing is, you need to know the truth.
Because honestly, Chiefs doesn't have bad players.
Yeah.
They've got good players, but they don't have a team. They've got good players, and they also have players that come from development. They are good players, but now they get lost because there's no team, there's no structure.
Yeah.
People normally say we want to play. Let's play the Pirates way. Let's play the Sundowns way. Let's play the Chiefs way, because there was identity.
Before.
Before. So we missed that. So if you can ask me what is the Chiefs way, or you ask a player now what is the Chiefs way, I don't think they'll give you the answer that you expect. And also another critical thing is, I think the team must also check the caliber of the players they bring, not only the talent only, but the personality and the character. You come into an environment that can be hostile, and an environment that can build you, and an environment that has a lot of attention. Can you take it? Can you take that attention? Can you take that being on the spotlight every now and then? I think that's another important thing, because some players, they do well 2-3 days, they get the praise and they're okay. One bad game, they get the stick, and then they're gone.
And once you get that stick, and it's very painful though, because Chiefs, they dominate the terraces, they dominate the grandstand. And when the fans want to make their feelings felt, and you become a subject of that, and I think you were pretty wise in terms of how you managed the tail end of your career. And I say tail end, again, I don't know if you've retired, you'll tell me just now. I want to take Tebogo from the East Rand, wanting to have a direct chat though with Shaba. Good evening, Debza.
Good evening, Siphiwe Tshabalala. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening.
Yeah, Shaba, I just want to give you your flowers. You are one of the few players to have received a Bafana call-up while you were playing in the second division. And it's ironic that Rob is talking to you on a Wednesday because you used to make my Wednesdays and my weekends very memorable because I will knock off from work to go to Soccer City or wherever Kaizer Chiefs were playing because I knew that I was going to come back a better person, happy. But these days I cannot relate to the team that is currently playing. I would rather go and watch a DVC team or a GDL team of Kaizer Chiefs. That's to show support to the team. But I think at this moment, I just want to give you flowers and compliment you and thank you for everything that you have contributed to the mighty Amakosi because those Wednesdays at Soccer City were quite enjoyable. Even on days when it was cold, we will come back much warmer because you guys warmed our hearts. But lastly, I also want to compliment you on how you have elevated the Shaba brand because we saw you at the AFCON rubbing shoulders with the likes of Nwaku Kwanu, JJ Akocha, and Samuel Eto'o. And for me, it's quite remarkable to see a South African player who is able to elevate their profile because players come and go, but you are out there and we can see you. Thank you so much, Tebogo. I just want to thank you for everything.
Oh, thank you.
Tebogo, thank you very, very much indeed. Lots of powerful words that were spoken.
Yeah.
I don't know which one you're going to deal with. And as we maybe head towards the break, to try and focus maybe on the CAF role. He talks about the visibility of your brand. And I think we all saw that. You saw yourself on the big screen and you're like, that's me. And you reacted to that moment. But you weren't there in Jay just as a supporter who, they say, hey, Mama Joy, let's go, Botha, let's go. You're not in a Botha Mama Joy role. I mean, you were there for something more serious. You have a role in CAF, and there's an ambassadorship as well that comes along with being there at CAF. Maybe just explain to us, what is that?
I was selected to be one of the ambassadors for the AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. And it was a big opportunity, and I'm eternally grateful for that. To me, it's a big thing, and it says a lot. So to me, it says one big word: honor. It's about that more than anything. I didn't ask for that opportunity. They came to me, and prior to that, met CAF during the derby, and they sent an invitation to hand over Goal of the Year award at CAF Awards, and then after that, that's when I got that opportunity. But to get that opportunity at the highest level, and being amongst the best players that contributed immensely to African football and international football, and to be recognized there, what more can I ask for? But for me, it was about honor, and I'm truly grateful. And also, me being there, it also, it speaks to a different generation as well.
Yeah.
And also a generation that I played with. I opened a pathway as well. I think it's a space that players need to be involved in. If you serve football at that, level, then you also learn as a person as well, because it goes beyond that. It's not the 90 minutes on the field. It goes beyond that. There's so many opportunities in that space. It's very broad.
We were proud, man. Coming from so many different people, and Tebogo highlights it. I mean, we were very proud because we would see players playing for Liverpool who were being asked to come there as ambassadors. Players that have been playing for Real Madrid, they've been playing for Tottenham Hotspur. They were all part of the ambassadorship, and then boom, there's Shaba. And deep down inside, I'm saying thank you, because the recognition is finally coming through. People are finally saying, yes, you can play in the international spaces, which you did towards, the latter stage of your career. But it does not stop you from being recognized for what you've done domestically, which I really think was massive. So I've got to take a break. Remember at school, there was this thing, yes or no. Have you retired?
The status is on green. So green means what? Active. That's your answer.
Have you retired?
No.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
Turn your Hollywood Bets gaming experience into a spectacular casino royal adventure. Bet up to 100 Rand or more on selected Hollywood Bets, Playtech slots, and live tables. And you could win one of 3 luxury trips for 2 to Las Vegas. Hollywood Bets, feel the magic.
T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bets supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counselling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
If you love selfies as much as otheries, let's chat. Because then you'll click with the Honor X7B with its incredibly light-sensitive camera. It takes awesome pics with strong contrast and bright highlights and costs as little as 349 Rand per month over 36 months on a 1.3 gig Red Core top-up plan with a snappy 300 Rand accessory spend voucher thrown in. Deal valid till 6 May at Chats Connect stores. SA's largest independent dealer channel exclusive to Vodacom. T's and C's apply. So otheries are non-selfies.
Are you blowing your paycheck on car insurance every month? Monica, 39 from Three Rivers, pays just 1,515 Rand a month for a 2018 BMW 320i.
None of the insurance companies has come near to the price I'm paying. I am happy at Outsurance. I'm going nowhere.
SMS out to 30601 now for a quick quote that could save you hundreds every month. You'll also find out about included benefits like panic assistance and help it out 24-hour roadside assistance. Yusuf, 45 from Tegadal, pays just 700 Rand a month for his 2021 VW Polo.
Help it out. Took the family up to go and see the snow and I got stuck. The service was quick, even though it was in a very remote area. Absolutely phenomenal service from Outsurance.
SMS out to 30601 now. That's out to 30601. Outsurance is a licensed insurer and FSP. T's, C's, and limits apply. Premiums are risk profile dependent and reviewed annually. Client comments do not constitute financial advice.
New looks good, feels great, like that new lounger, the firm seat, the relaxation. So much space. Can you feel that? Now feel all of that for longer with a new car from Bidvest McCarthy. The firm seat, the fresh leather, so much space, and so ready for adventure. You've been working so hard, let those hours pay off. Visit mccarthy.co.za or one of our dealerships nationwide. Bidvest McCarthy, we deliver. Always.
Hi, my name is Vincent, technician from PG Glass. Damaged roads can cause big problems for windscreens. My last customer ignored a small chip on hers. She drove over a pothole and cracked. She could have saved time and money by not leaving that chip too long. When a chip is smaller than a 2 Rand coin, we can usually repair it without taking out the entire windscreen. Plus, most insurance policies will cover the cost of the repair.
Windscreen chipped or cracked? Call PG Glass on 0860 030303 today.
PG Glass Repair, PG Glass Replace.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
A true gentleman of the track, Kani Simbini. When was your last OPEX funds that came through?
Last season.
Was it anything substantive?
Yeah, it helped. Like, it does help.
Give me a figure. I mean, these things are public knowledge.
I know tier one, we get 200K.
Yeah.
Tier 2 gets 150, and then I think tier 3 is they support little things like your funding, your traveling.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I'm racing in China on the 27th, but you must remember that I cover that, and I pay for my coach as well, his accommodation, his flights, and everything.
But then who covers for then the physio?
Me.
But you're a South African athlete. I mean, don't you go on the podium and sing Nkosi Sikelel?
Yes, we do.
#MSW. #MSW. Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
Hi Rob, this is Tomiati from Edenville. Greetings to the legendary Shaba, Mshengo Mkhulu. Rob, can you please ask Shaba, how does it feel to watch his World Cup goal, the first African World Cup goal that is scored at FNB Stadium? How does it feel to hear commentators, Peter Jury, Jen Jiloka, commentators? How does it feel to be in one of the history books of the world? Great to hear from you, Shaba. You're a legend, my guy. You're a legend. No one can dispute that. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you very, very much indeed. Hey, that feeling once again. Hey, I said you're going to be on the show. Everyone's like, waka, waka, waka. So that's never going to leave you, ever, for the rest of your life.
Never.
What's the feeling, though? Because now you get to personally interact with one of the greatest commentators in our lifetime, Peter Drury.
Rob, as a person, what do you say or how do you feel when you, get so much love, so many compliments?
Yeah.
It's just humbling, and being reminded all the time. And this moment happened 14 years ago. I'm being reminded every day. Every day. So it's a moment that's bigger than me, and it has swallowed me. It's a moment that will outlive me, and I'm just grateful, and also the World Cup. I mean, World Cup is a big reach, and it also captured the global audience.
Sure.
There were people that were not football fanatics, but they were present. They watched that moment, so it was a big moment, and it will never go away. So
it can't go away.
Having
Please
been
don't
chosen,
let it go away.
no, it won't go away, whether I like it or not. I don't want it to go away either. But it was a big moment. It will always be a big moment.
Chosen?
Yeah, having been chosen, for that moment.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I think those were my rewards of my hard work, my rewards of why I started, my rewards of choosing football as a career.
I don't want to dampen the mood, but I also don't want people to think that you sat back in the glory of the World Cup in 2010. But I also want people to understand and appreciate the strength that you had to go through. Because here you were, 2010, so many things are happening. You scoring that great goal. There's a break-in at home. Gunpoint. You lose a parent. All in 2010. I mean, I don't even know how emotionally you were able to hold yourself together.
Yeah, so the first incident happened 5 months later.
Yeah.
1st of November, when we got thugs came in, with guns, and they took cell phones, money, and all that. But for some odd reason, I was not scared. I just remained calm throughout. But so on that night when I went to bed, I think that was the moment where I said, I need to move. I need to, find a house in a secure state. And 5 days time, then it happened. Then I moved. But the biggest setback was losing my mother in December. That was it. Really hit me hard. It's something that you cannot forget, something that will hurt you forever. Yeah, but I'm happy, and whenever I speak about my mom, if I cry, if I'm emotional, it's because that there's no regret. I did everything I could for my mom while she was still alive. And the biggest gift was getting her a place that she can call home. That was the biggest and the greatest gift that I gave her.
I think she still continues to bless you.
She has to.
She still continues to bless you.
She was a good child, so she has to.
She does, because you're like one of a very rare breed of players who, again, you said you're not retired, so I'm going to ignore that. Next time we talk, we'll talk about that. Not that I want you to. But football players who continuously show signs of success, who continuously is there. We talked about CAF and AFCON. I'm sure you don't become an ambassador and they just pay for your flights and your tickets. It comes at a cost. I remember you had the franchise, fish and chips. Hey, we're seeing Shaba's face all over the place. You would drive past it, all of a sudden, Shaba, all of a sudden, hey, okay, let me go buy some hake. You started a franchise, you built the franchise, but I'm sure there's more business ideas and opportunities that you're into right now. Maybe just very briefly, there's callers, there's voice notes, there's all sorts of things, but to maintain that success, what is it? What's your currency right now? What is it that is dominating and is making you able to live the kind of life that you dreamt of?
So I planned life after football when I started turning football professionally. I started saving when I was still Free State Stars, earning a little.
Sure.
And then it became a habit, and then it became a principle now that, you save first, and then you spend what's left. And it became a norm for me. So, and also I got an opportunity to invest on the brand, like I said before. Protect this brand, build this brand, nurture this brand, create a brand that other brands will want association, and a brand that will also be independent. And that is paying off now. And with endorsements, I started endorsements, I think 2006 or 7. So the income from endorsements or appearances, I took it as ghost money. Put it away, put it aside.
It's not there.
Pay
It's
a bond.
invisible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pay a bond or invest here and there.
Yeah.
And it was not easy, but I had to do it. And I did it, and I also have to thank Jasmine as well.
Yes.
I think in life, you need a Jasmine in your life. Yeah. You need someone that will call you and ask you questions about your own money. So we used to have that relationship, and a very transparent relationship, and also discipline. Yes. That's what helped me. I think I've been without this salary pay slip for I think over 2 years.
Wow.
But we are okay. We work. We are okay.
When you say you're okay, I don't believe that, because I know you're doing well, and that's all testament as well and credit to you. And when you say 2006, that is when it started. If I'm not mistaken, 2006 is also when you started growing your dreads.
No, 2004.
So it was about 2 years difference. So I knew it was around there somewhere. Right?
Yeah.
Because you talked about the strength that
yes.
gives you, and your love of animals because of the independence and the fact that the animals, they go and they seek greener pastures and they hunters and so on. So I get you that there are those things that drive you. Samson and animals. Stay in KZN. Good evening.
Robert.
Welcome.
Thank you, my brother. Shaba.
Greetings, Bob.
Uyaphila mfowethu?
Ngiyaphila kunjani Mhlonishwa?
I am so grateful to ukukhuluma nawe baba. Uyangizwa Shaba?
Go ahead, stay.
Yes,
you're chowing away seconds here, Baba. Go ahead.
Sorry, Baba. Robert, I want to talk to Shaba about something. Discipline was his thing, because one time somebody was interviewing him, and then he said about tattoos and stuff, and then he said, "Why ungena tattoo? What he ekhaya ngebayivuma tattoo." So it means, it shows that he's a disciplined guy. He knows where he's coming from, and he wrote his history no one will erase it.
Beautiful. Tattoos you still don't have? Okay. Is there any reason besides the fact that is there any reason further than that?
No, I just don't like them on me.
No, for sure.
Yeah, if you now it's okay.
I think it's the same thing. Ronaldo says he's sharp. He doesn't need tattoos. He's good. He's good to go. I was looking at this beautiful trophy. How many times did you lift it?
Once
only.
Yeah, 2013.
That's crazy. The beautiful thing that I see now, I see the name TS Galaxy. They won it 2019. There's Sundowns, there's Pirates, there's SuperSport. Bidvest who's no longer there with us. I see your 2013 there with Chiefs is there. Still, I'm seeing Sundowns. They were playing the other day. They're going to play again tomorrow. These guys are playing CAF. They come back. They play in these conditions. Like Rolani was saying, that they're just managing games. They got to get on with it. There's great fixtures. Sunday, the very same TS Galaxy going to be playing against Chippa United. You got Amazulu playing against Orlando Pirates, your former team. Amazulu. One day we'll talk about your stay there.
Yeah.
Saturday, there's and SuperSport United, Ducks and Sundowns. Just in a nutshell, though, as again, congratulations, one of the ambassadors for the Nedbank Cup. What are your expectations?
A good quarterfinal. I think the fixtures are good. Sundowns Tucks. I think Tucks, they meet Sundowns at the wrong time. They are boiling hot now.
Yeah.
And once Sundowns is boiling hot, you won't stop them.
Yeah.
And I think they'll advance with respect to Tucks. And Pirates, Amazulu. Pirates also, it's one team that plays good football. It's one team that when they get it right, they are world class.
Ask Arrows about that, eh?
Yeah, not only Arrows.
No, but I'm just saying, for the score line over the weekend, crazy.
And once they get it right, they're being consistent, then we'll have a Pirates that's very dangerous. Stelis and SuperSport, they nearly play the same style, brand of football. They believe in their youth, and it's paying off. One has to give credit to Stellenbosch as well. They keep selling their best players.
Stevie B,
but they do well.
What he's done there, hey?
Stevie B is doing wonders there with this team. They keep on doing well, and I think they've went 20 games unbeaten.
Unbeaten, yeah.
Yeah. So something that we need to look and learn from them on their model of investment in development.
Players also in Bafana Bafana, you'd have never heard of Stellenbosch.
True.
Through Bafana Bafana.
So when they say invest and believe in youth,
then
they talk about. So they are the living testimony to that. Believe in youth. And
I've got 15 seconds left. Are you allowed to tell me, though, that now let's visualize? You telling me about your vision. You're a visionary person. Who will be in the final?
I think semi-final, Pirates, Sundowns, Stelis, TS Galaxy. I wish to have Pirates and Sundowns. That's my wish in the final.
On that wish, until next time, I wish you come back.
Yeah, hope to be back soon.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.